It is good. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're on Facebook Live as well as Streamlab. And, breaking news today, on the Anonymous Liberty Media Streamlab. The reason we're using Streamlab is because of what YouTube fucking did. Now, we all know that at a time before the little guy, us, we were able to stream live on our phones. Oh, this is a case. This is a case here. YouTube really screwed the pooch with people that use their phone to stream and upload to their channel. But now you have to have 1,000 subscribers to do it. Oh, it sucks. It's like getting a community guideline strike over and over and over again. Holy shit. But the news is that Julian Assange was arrested. Lennon Moreno was called a traitor by Rafael Correa, who originally granted Assange asylum nearly 7 years ago, condemned his predecessor as a traitor for the expulsion of WikiLeaks publisher. U.S. extradites Julian Assange for conspiracy with Chelsea Manning in 2010. British police further arrest WikiLeaks publisher Julian Assange on behalf of the United States authorities under the extradition request, according to UK's Metro Police. Posted that Assange has been further arrested on behalf of the United States authorities at 10:03 hours of his arrival at the Central London police station. This is an extradition warrant under Section 73 of the Extradition Act. Will appear in custody at Westminster Magistrates Court as soon as possible. This is this kind of large bullshit. Last year, Vice President Mike Pence pressured the Ecuadorian government on the status of Assange following demands that state Democrats that he do so. The New York Times reported in December that Ecuador has been offered debt relief by the U.S. in exchange of handing over Assange. Lawyer for WikiLeaks claimed that the extradition request was made by the Trump Department DOJ in 2017 with conspiracy with Chelsea Manning in early 2010. The executive director of Reporter Without Borders, an advocacy organization protecting the rights of journalists, called Assange's potential extradition and trial a punitive measure that would send a dangerous precedent for journalists. While he was alive, neoconservative Senator John McCain claimed that leaks provided by WikiLeaks, by Chelsea Manning, which included the diplomatic cables, caused U.S. foreign sources to be harmed. Not necessarily. However, it was in fact an error in part of the Guardian journalist, not WikiLeaks, that led the full unredacted cables leaked to the third parties on the web that WikiLeaks published them as well, not before Assange attempted to warn the office of Hillary Clinton, then U.S. Secretary of State, about the unintended leaks of the cables. WikiLeaks had a major impact on the news cycle during the 2016 presidential election, releasing a number of damaging leaks exposing corruption in the Hillary Clinton campaign. Donald Trump often cited WikiLeaks material in his campaign speech, at one point declaring, "I love WikiLeaks." You know, I just think that if if the president really loved WikiLeaks, like he said, because he was helping the president with information about Hillary Clinton in her campaign. So I would think that this would be the right time, a good time, for the president to pardon Julian Assange as well as pardon Edward Snowden. And I think it would be the right moment to stop the extradition, because WikiLeaks is a media company, a media. It is a point where you got to realize Julian Assange did absolutely nothing wrong. And I mean, you gotta understand, Julian Assange did nothing wrong at all. WikiLeaks is the New York Times, the Washington Post, and the Guardian, and they got information. Okay. They refuse to name the source, which under the rights of the journalist protection. Also, freedom of the press. A journalist doesn't have to release the name of the source. There is over 10 years worth of information. And the Department of Justice, as well as the FBI and CIA and NSA, are trying their damnedest to stop the failsafe. They're trying to stop the failsafe because it was set up that if anything ever happened to Julian Assange, that the failsafe would be opened up, and a lot of shit would be released. So, see, Julian Assange ain't stupid. He ain't stupid. Okay? He ain't stupid. So, if you were the UK government and you have a guy in custody, you might as well stop, understand, and think, what's the failsafe? What is the failsafe? Because you gotta understand, 10 years worth of really juicy information. What's in the failsafe is information that will make the UK government and the U.S. government to think, okay, we need to rethink on this. And this information might put some neo-libs and neocons and left-wing media outlets on edge. Oh yeah. Because, or other governments like in the UK, Europe, on edge. And a lot of people might go down and cuff themselves and go to jail themselves. Because you got to think, Julian Assange is a founder of WikiLeaks. He's a editor-in-chief. He's just the guy who's running the stuff, running the business, the business. Okay, now Nixon during his time tried to stop the New York Times, stop the AP from releasing this, but the court says you can't do it because it's protected under free speech, under the First Amendment here, right? Under the First Amendment. It's one of 3 amendments that our so-called beloved government don't like. Freedom of the press, freedom of speech. Now, Nixon tried to throw the book at Daniel Ellsberg. Now, everybody here think, okay, Daniel Ellsberg blew the whistle of what happened during the Vietnam War. A lot of people within the CIA, NSA, blew the whistle on what was happening during the war on terror. Justin Manning downloaded and released highly sensitive, but a war crime. A war crime. Which we've done during the Vietnam War, the war on terror. I mean, shit. We had Blackwater in fucking Iraq, and they killed civilians. So why is Blackwater in the Middle East and shit? To protect someone's oil interest. Fuck you, Blackwater. Now, all of this is really questionable. All of a sudden the Lenin Maduro, Lenin Moreno, all of a sudden decides, well, we're gonna boot Assad from embassy and take away his citizenship. He was probably better off in Cuba. Or Venezuela. No. That's probably not a good idea. Or he was probably better off in Russia. Or Brazil. But no, Brazil has a extradition treaty with the United States, so no, that'll be pretty bad. It is really fucked up, guys. Really, really, really fucked up here. But the thing is, it is very, very just insane. Yes, insane. I still feel like, we're supposed to be helping people, and like, yeah, but all of a sudden we have some people in office that don't give a rat's ass on the left. We need you to bring him here so we could have a show trial and try him, convict him, and maybe sentence him to death. Really? The guy is a publisher. Media. By doing that, you're eroding freedom of the press for everybody around the world. This will be a huge outcry. Huge outcry. So you think that charging the guy for what crime? WikiLeaks is a media outlet. Tells the truth. The ones that want him extradited are the ones that didn't want the truth exposed. The truth needed to be exposed, ladies and gentlemen. We are shocked. Resistance Network are shocked. We are goddamn shocked. We are shocked here. So let me ask you a good question, you guys. If the ones who think he's a traitor stop and think, you all want him gone, you all want him dead because he's exposing the truth. But when the president takes away the press pass and credentials from Jim Acosta, the grandstanding cocksucker, you attack the president because freedom of the press, right? Right? So what's the difference? There is no difference. By arresting Assange, you are violating the freedom of the press. Freedom of the press, period. The press has as much freedom as anybody with the freedom of speech and the right to religious freedom and to peacefully assemble. Simple as that. So stop and think. Stop and think here for a moment, guys. Stop and think for a moment. If you extradite him here, he has no chance. He is a dead man walking. Period. If they wanted to, they could take him out on the way here. Because if they could kill reporters for exposing wrongdoing, which has happened before over the years, it needs to stop. Because even journalists and reporters have a right to freedom of the press. But if you kill a reporter for doing their job, you are the biggest asshole in history. Simple as that. Alright guys, this is good old Grandmaster Ruffin here. And doing double duty here. Got Streamlab and Facebook Live. I'll go ahead and cut it. YouTube, like, subscribe, bell for notification, and peace out.